Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great winter with some windsurfing. Hopefully it's not too cold. Been using this board for 2 months, so I decided to do a full review of it. So this is the Future Fly Flying Camel 187 Pro. It's a foil slalom board, 91 centimeters wide at its widest point. In short, this board is amazing at what it's supposed to do, which is to be fast around a slalom course on a foil in light to medium winds. Over the past 2 months, I've used this board with 3 different sails. It is built on white foil 8.8, a 90.7 F1 SL, and 78.7 AC1. I feel like I've had it in the water in quite a few different conditions, from super light wind on the edge of planing to fully overpowered on 7.8, gusting up to 25 knots, so anywhere from 5 to 25 knots I've been out on this board. So for me, it's the best foil slalom board that I can possibly imagine at this moment. It planes early. It has 187 liters, as you can see on the side, and it's thick in the bottom, and I've had no problem getting planing early. Talking about the light and the wind side, I've used this board with a 640 wind in very light wind conditions. Like when you're not planing for most of the time, and every now and then you get a gust of 8 knots. Planing capabilities of this board is really good in my opinion, and as far as I've tested it on the course with other guys, I never had a problem with planing out. And I'm 94 kilos, so definitely not the lightest guy around. So therefore I would say quite confidently that this board is really good at planing in light winds. Then as we go on to the other side of the spectrum, which is like strong winds, overpowered slalom sailing, this board has it down as well. It's the board of the most narrow tails compared to the foil boards on the market right now, and due to that you have so much more control than on any other white tail board. So your feet are closer to the center of the board where the foil comes in, and therefore you're putting less pressure down on the rail if you want it or not. Basically, if the tail was here at 91 centimeters, you'd be putting a lot more pressure if you want it or not all the time. And with the tail being more inwards, as the wind increases, you have much more control, and you can continue pushing full speed without the feeling like you're gonna crash at any point. I think since it has a narrow tail, maybe I have experienced any sort of trouble when needing to point. Well, this board is not made for course racing, that's for sure, but for as much as I needed to point on a slalom course, and we had some really shifty days where the wind was shifting 30-40 degrees or even more at times, offshore, onshore, and so on, and the course was pretty much always wrong. It was impossible to put it right, and sometimes we really needed to push upwind to get to the mark. I was able to do it with this board without any problem. So as far as the angles you're going to encounter on a slalom course, this board has you covered. So yeah, obviously the control in the air depends not just on the tail size, it also depends on how the board is shaped and is cutting through the air. I'm not going to pretend like I know much about it, but yeah, I can say that it feels really stable in the air. And finally, the third important subject for any foil board, I think, is how it's reacting when it's touching down. So obviously, first of all, you need to make sure that your foil rate is not negative. Ideally, you want to have it between 2 and 3 degrees, in my opinion. So that's the difference between the fuselage below the board and the board. If you have it at 2 to 3 degrees, this board lands really softly on the water as well, you know. Either you touch it down directly, straight down, or if you're pushing full speed and you're going on the rail, it touches down smoothly. It doesn't catch water and drag you and suck you down to it. So yeah, that's a very important characteristic for this board as well. Finally, I'm going to run through some small little things that are on this board that are not crazy important, but they're nice to have. So first of all, it is the grip of the board. Like on any other Future Fly board, it's really sticky to your feet, so when you go in for a foil dive, and even if you mix it up a bit and you're stepping back and forward, every time you put the foot down, you are 100% sure it's going to stay there, so you don't have to worry about slipping off. Another thing with every foil board, what is really nice to have is a long mock strap, because depending on how powerful your foil is, you're gonna need to push it more back or more forward. So this board has quite a long mock strap, so it's really nice because it will accommodate to any foil brand on the market. So whatever foil you have, you'll be able to find a good position for your foil. So yeah, this is what I have to say about the board after 2 months of usage. It's a board that I really love, and every time I step on it, I'm full of joy. So hope this review was useful to you. Let me know if you have any questions about this board below. But yeah, if you're looking to do foil slalom or just blast around your home lake or home sea, wherever you are in the foil, this is the board that I can definitely recommend to you with no doubt in my mind. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more useful videos like this one or fun ones like my vlogs. Press the like and check out my Patreon page so I can make more videos like this.